This is a story about loss and return, about mercy and the quiet power of forgiveness. Once there was a father who had 2 sons. The younger son, restless and eager, came to his father one day and said, "Father, give me my share of the inheritance." It was an unusual request, a wish to leave home while his father still lived, and yet the father, with a heavy but steady heart, divided what was his and let the son go. The younger son gathered his belongings, said his hurried goodbyes, and set out for a distant country. He tasted freedom and sunlight, and for a while, life seemed like a song. There were friends, parties, and spendthrift joy as he spent his wealth on fleeting pleasures. But seasons shift. A famine came, and strangers became strangers still. His money dwindled, his companions vanished. Hunger sharpened his days, reduced to feeding pigs, an indignity for a son of that house. He found himself longing even for the pods he gave to those animals. He thought of home, of his father's table, of servants with food to spare. "I will go back," he told himself, "and say, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants.'" So he rose and went. He practiced his words on the road, rehearsing humility like a worn prayer. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him. The father ran, a startling, breathless image of love, and before the son could finish his confession, the father threw his arms around him and kissed him. "Bring quickly the best robe," the father cried. "Put a ring on his hand, sandals on his feet. Kill the fattened calf. Let us celebrate, for this my son was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." The household rejoiced. Music, dancing, and a warmth that outshone the past welcomed the prodigal home. But the older brother, working in the field, returned and heard music and dancing. He learned what had happened and felt anger rise like a storm. He refused to join the celebration. "Look," he said to his father, "all these years I served you. I never disobeyed. You never gave me a feast to celebrate with my friends." The father came out and pleaded with him. "Son," the father said, "you are always with me, and all that is mine is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad, because this brother of yours was dead and has come to life. He was lost and is found." In this parable, we see the astounding generosity of God the Father, a God who runs toward anyone who turns back to him, who welcomes repentance without hesitation and without requiring proof. His arms open before our explanations do. Sometimes the greatest courage is simply the courage to return to God, trusting that His heart is already turned toward us. And sometimes the greatest grace is discovering that God meets us before we finish our apology, embracing us as His children the moment we turn toward Him. Hear this clearly. God's mercy does not wait for perfection. It meets us in our brokenness on the road back home and transforms our story from loss to restoration. That is the heart of the parable, and the heart of the Father who welcomes every repentant soul. Let that truth rest within you. Consider what it means that God welcomes you like this, and consider who in your life might need to know that such a welcome is waiting for them too.